TV shows have always been broken down into different genres, and I enjoy most of them, but while I was looking at my top favorite shows of all time, I noticed one genre that stood out. Not only did it dominate my top 5, but it's also one of the largest genres today. So hello everyone, my name is Shmenty, and this is my top 3 mockumentaries of all time. If this is your first time checking out my channel, this isn't exactly my typical style of video. My other videos are tributes to things from my childhood and things that I love, hence the name of my channel. If you enjoy this video, let me know in the comments and I'll make more of this style. Everything in these lists will have, or already has, a tribute to on my channel. Thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers, and let's get straight into the video. Mockumentaries are a motion picture or television program that takes the form of a serious documentary in order to satirize its subject. They exploded in popularity in the 2000s, and now many of them are household names. Many of you will likely be mad at a few things in this list, as it is pretty controversial, so let me know your favorites in the comments below. I could have made this list longer, but some of the other top mockumentaries that I've seen I actually haven't watched all the way through yet, and I don't think I have enough of an opinion to make it fair. But this isn't a tribute to mockumentaries, so let's dive straight into my top 3 favorite mockumentaries of all time. At number 3 we have Parks and Recreation. Parks and Rec is a political mockumentary based on a Parks and Rec department in a local government of Pawnee, Indiana. It's a small town and fiction. The cast is stellar. Rashida Jones, Aziz Ansari, Nick Offerman, Chris Pratt, and Rob Lowe are just a few of the massive names on this show. It was built around Californian politics, and the creators of the show consulted urban planners and elected officials. John McCain, Michelle Obama, and Joe Biden have all appeared on this show. This show is politics done correctly. There's a lot of shows about politics that are pretty much typically left-leaning and makes one person feel out of place in a group. But this show mocks all sides, from the enthusiastic left-leaning Leslie Knope, who's, I guess, the main character, to the libertarian Ron Swanson. I never felt like it attacked any of my political views, and overall focused more on the character's personality, and was a positive show for most of them. This show truly has something for everyone, and although many shows have breakout characters, this show actually has 2. One would be Andy Dwyer, played by Chris Pratt, who's a fun-loving slacker who was meant to only appear in the first season, but they loved Pratt so much that they made him a main character. The other would be Ron Swanson, who's my favorite fictional character in everything. He focuses on making sure his department doesn't succeed, and limits reckless government spending, in his words. The way his past is constructed, the way he acts, his personality, everything that he holds as a core ideal to his life, and his love life, are entertaining to say the least. I love this show. I know it's 3 out of 3 on this list, but it wasn't easy to put it down here. If you've never watched it, consider checking it out on Netflix. It's a great show, and I highly recommend it. Our second entry on this list is probably hardest for me not to put at number 1, because I do believe it's actually a better show than the one that I have at number 1. I just don't have the nostalgia and the memories for it as I do the number 1 pick. Trailer Park Boys is a Canadian mockumentary, and I've already made an entire tribute to it, links in the description. It follows the misadventures of 3 trailer park residents, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles, through their many antics. This show is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't really have many words to describe it, as I've already made the entire video about it. The one thing I can say, however, is that the show makes you feel at home. It makes you fall in love with the characters and the sense of community that Sunnyvale Trailer Park creates. The cast are all friends with each other in real life, and none of them are massively famous actors, unlike the other shows on this list. The fact that they're truly friends adds to the show immensely, as it's not just fake entertainment. A lot of it is real. If you haven't watched this show, I can't recommend it enough. It's on Netflix, and they have their own website. Both links are in the description below. And coming in at number 1 on this list is the show that started it all for me, The Office. There aren't many people who haven't watched this show, and even less that haven't heard of it. This is the Friends of modern generations. This show is a mockumentary set in a fictional company called Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. It aired from 2005 to 2013 and lasted 9 seasons. One thing that it has in common with Parks and Rec would be Michael Schur, who produced both. Many people think that these shows compete with each other because they're both mockumentaries, but I honestly think that they coexist just fine. The show is based off of a BBC series of the same name set in England, but the American version blew the British one clean out of the water. The thing I love about mockumentaries is that it doesn't act like its audience is stupid. I can't help be offended by laugh tracks or a studio audience because it kills the immersion. They try to tell you when to laugh, and I don't like that. Many actors were created from this show, like Rainn Wilson, who plays Dwight, many people's favorite character. This show represents way more than just a mockumentary to me. This was the first show I actually ever watched on Netflix. Despite some of the stands of the show, I highly recommend everyone watch this show at least once in their life. It's incredible. It's getting taken off Netflix very soon as of the date of this recording, so hopefully you can find it somewhere. What about you? Do you have a different list, a different order of the list, different shows you would add to it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching this video. It's my first step into lists, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know that it's pretty short compared to my average video, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed making it. If you liked it, consider leaving a like, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. Thank you again, this has been Shmenty, and I'll see you in the next one.